Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just gone over to Bitcoin, big of the CoinsKid crew. So thank you for your nice words on the video yesterday. I'm glad it put a smile on a lot of people's faces. Cheers for that. So right now the CBBI has made a higher high. We was looking at this to break the 19, wasn't we, to confirm that it is coming up really impulsively. So this is a great little indicator. Got all the way down to 2, and at the time I said to you, if it gets all the way down to 2, that's going to be an opportunity, but it's not going to feel like an opportunity because opportunity never does feel like opportunity, otherwise everyone would be millionaires. But what we're seeing right now, we're coming up and down in the CBBI and we're making a series of higher lows at the moment. So obviously we need to see the continuation of that. The minute we don't see higher lows in the CBBI is a little bit concerning, so we'll keep an eye on that going forward. Okay, we'll keep looking at this particular indicator. It's a cool little indicator. So the minute we start to roll here on the CBBI as well, then be a little bit concerned. So is it a case that right now, Bitcoin is just on a march and it's going to go from 2 all the way to 100, which will be absolutely amazing? Possibly, who knows? But we'll keep an eye on it for going forward for Bitcoin. Okay, let's dive into the Bitcoin chart right now. So looking at Bitcoin on the 5-day time frame, I'm just going to make a case where we could actually be looking at a 50k Bitcoin by May. But obviously the negation of that is if we begin to roll at any point and we start to come back into the Gaussian, we start to lose EMAs, get out of crypto, and that's true for it. Okay, we're not bullish. We're some kind of dead cat bounce, some kind of correction back up, and we're looking to roll. So if you start to see all that, just exit Bitcoin, exit crypto, and we're not finding this beautiful impulsive move, which is what we've been looking at for a potential sort of final wave up here, because this is something I've been targeting. It's not hopium, it's not bullshit, it's technical analysis, it's data. Okay, so right here I've been looking at this for a very long time. I think what we've got from this bear market bottom just there for Bitcoin 2018 was the 1, this was a 2, this was a 3. Okay, there's a big impulsive 3. This is a massive corrective wave 4. This is your A, this is your B, and right now potentially we bottomed in the C. Okay, that's a possible scenario, and right now we're beginning a massive impulsive move up here for Bitcoin when people least expect it. And I will be looking at a potential minimal 1272 around about 100k, and it would come as quickly as this year potentially. Okay, this is just a potential scenario that I'm looking at. So we're doing something very similar at the moment to this particular bottom as well. I'm going to go through this with you. So this is a possible scenario. It's going to catch everyone off guard, but this is something I've been looking at, that right now we are in this massive impulsive move off this bottom, and this is beginning to really take off here for Bitcoin. Okay, so with that, I think that we could be looking at 50k Bitcoin by May, and the reason is because we're just copying this impulsive move here. Okay, but this final fifth wave should in theory be a lot stronger and a lot more powerful than the first wave, because that's how it all works. Okay, so I will be looking at a minimal 1272 to come up. So I think that this particular move, it's coming up right now. If we start to come and take out the 1 fib, we're up down to 1272 at a bare minimal. So 100k Bitcoin this year is going to catch absolutely everybody off guard if this happens. But it's something and a scenario that I've been looking at for a very long time, that we've not had the blow off top of this cycle, because the blow off top's coming here. Okay, and you're going to start to see altcoins go vertical at that point. But anyway, let's not get too excited yet. It's on the cusp of doing it, but what I want to see is consistent closes above resistance. And right now on the 5-day time frame, I think if we can get a close above the top end of the Gaussian just there, this will add confidence to this particular scenario. We get the close above the top end of the Gaussian, we take out the 382, and most importantly here, we negate a bearish count by closing back above the 0.5 fib at 32722. We take that 0.5 fib out, which is equally this wave 1 low down here. Okay, it's wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, potential 4 and 5. We need to negate that wave 1 high in this wave 4 correction. That the bearish count is that this is an A, this is a B, this is a C, and then boom, you drop. So immediately, if Bitcoin right now turns a corner, starts to come back in the Gaussian, then you're not copying a fractal from the last bottom, and we're not going to be looking at that move anytime soon. And we have got another impulsive move to the downside here for Bitcoin. But we have to respect the data, we have to respect the charts, and right now we are sort of busting the move for the EMAs. We're getting through the median, the Gaussian, we're starting to take out the top end of the Gaussian. So if we can see over the next couple of weeks just consistent closes, I think we've got a case here where we could be there by May, come back in a big correction, and then we have the blow off top latter part of the year here for Bitcoin. Okay, and what you're doing, you're sort of mirroring this fractal here in this big impulsive move. So you remember, this is a 1, look, this is a 1, this was a 2, this is a 3, and I think this has been a 4, and right now you're in a 5, which is roughly going to take you to 1.272, if not beyond. Okay, so 1.272 is my minimal target of an impulsive move. It always is. We get the other extension, we could go to the 1618 or whatever, but I'm looking at 1272. So anyway, let's not get too ahead of ourselves, but it's a possible scenario I've been talking about for a very long time, and it is kind of rearing its head at the moment. So we just need to see the follow through. Now this particular bottom here, we're copying it fractal for fractal at the moment, which puts us on the 786 by May, and I'm going to show you this because just there, what we've got is this W double bottom pattern, broke out, we've got the resistance of the EMAs, popped out above, we've got the resistance of the medium, popped out above, and then once we've got the close above the top end of the Gaussian, we never look back. So if you take a look at this, we've got this W double bottom pattern, we broke up into the resistance of the Gaussian, consolidated, taken out the median of the Gaussian, got above the top end of the Gaussian just there. If we're doing exactly what we did just there, we're looking at an explosive continuation here for Bitcoin over the next couple of months. So let's copy this fractal. Okay, let's copy this fractal from way back there for Bitcoin. When we started to get back above the median line of the Gaussian, from there to there, and start to come up, let's have a look. Let's get that knob on like that. Let's have a look and see where we could be. So the medium line of the Gaussian, you can clearly see right now, if we're copying this fractal over the next couple of weeks, we could be leading towards the 50k mark by May, okay, which would be amazing. So that's an absolute possibility. I'm not saying it's going to do it because it's done it before, but it would be part of this fifth wave. Now remember, this is a first impulsive wave, this is a corrective wave, this is a third impulsive wave, this is a corrective wave, this is a fifth impulsive wave. So just like the first impulsive wave and just like the third impulsive wave, you will see it be really impulsive, and this is why I think we've seen such a very powerful recovery here, just like we've seen a powerful recovery there, just like we've seen a powerful recovery there, because that was an impulsive wave 1, that was an impulsive wave 3, this is impulsive wave 5, which is loading like that. Okay, absolutely possible. You can't take it off the table, and I think going forward, to take it off the table, what we definitely need to see for Bitcoin, you know, to jump up and down, that we're looking at new lows and you're looking at its trend line being retested, is Bitcoin begins to roll and loses all this support. So at the minute it's not, so we've still got to project to the upside. I think if we can get a follow through here, then Bitcoin could be up here, the 786 by May, basically. And if we see that, then wow, I think we're on our way here. I think we've got a massive impulsive move, and I think we're looking at minimal target, sort of autumn time, latter part of the year right here, and it's going to make an all-time high here for Bitcoin before the halving. And then what we've got is the big sort of macro move that Bitcoin's been in here, which is something I've been projecting for a long time. It could also equally be why we never had a blow off top. It could be why the CBI never got to 100, and we could be looking at a death cross on the DSY as well to accompany that. So it's not done it yet, but you know, it's kind of lining, it's kind of showing its head at the moment. Okay, so obviously the negation of this, and I'll keep you updated as best as I can, is if Bitcoin begins to roll under all this resistance and then comes back down. I think another confluencing factor is, if we take a look at the fibs right there, I remember this, I'm sure we retraced to 786 and the 382 was a resistance at the top end. If we take a look, it was. You've got your high, you've got your low. As you come up like this, you've got the median line of the Gaussian, you equally relative resistance at the top end, and this previous resistance just there, the top end of the Gaussian, where was it? It was a 382. And then where did you retrace to? The 786. If we take a look at this for Bitcoin right now, this is exactly where you are. You're on this leg of resistance just there on the 382, which is the top end of the Gaussian as well. So you're sort of right there for Bitcoin right now. You're right there. Now look what happened. Okay, if this happens, look what could happen for Bitcoin. Now I'm not saying it's 100% going to happen, it's a possibility, but if it does, from here right now, you know, you're looking at explosive breakout for Bitcoin. You're looking at around about 81% upside for Bitcoin over the next sort of couple of months here, leading into May. So it's a possibility until it's not. Do you understand? And the way it will be taken off the table, in my opinion, will be if you start to see Bitcoin rolling and losing the Gaussian channel right now on the 5-day time frame. We've got 3 days, 14 hours left to see the close above the top end of the Gaussian channel, which currently sits at, where is that? Let's get that into the charts right there. Where's it gone? 26258 for Bitcoin. Okay, now obviously I'm projecting a final fifth wave here. If this is even more impulsive than the wave 1, because this is wave 1, this is wave 2, this is wave 3, this is wave 4, the wave 5 is going to be impulsive. It's going to take out that high, and I think you're up there, and this thing could go anywhere, by the way. Okay, because this is wave 5, you know, and then this is the blow off top as well. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, trade tuned, and remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Opportunity never feels like opportunity, and right now the negation of this potential scenario in this setup is if we start to roll and lose this Gaussian channel right now. Okay, hope you understand the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone, bye bye.